Many years ago, when I started the ministry, in the initial years, and I used to spend a lot of time, more than 50% of my time, on the ministry. And my secular work was suffering in the process. Although it wasn't a full-time job, I work on my own. My secular work was suffering. And initially I was thinking, it occurred to me several years, for several times, on several occasions, that where will the money come from? How will I be able to pay my bills? And our online ministry is not a tithes and offering ministry where you'll be hoping that when people pay their tithes and offering, you use that to run the ministry and also take care of your personal bills. And the Spirit of God also counsel me and train me not to be asking for offerings, through the ministry. So it occurred to me that where will the money come from? Where will I be able to pay my bills? But one day the Spirit of God gave me a verse that I should go and read in the Bible. Hebrews, I believe it's Hebrews 11:6, that God is a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. And I held on to that. And by the grace of God, I've started to see the reward in several realms, not only in financial realms. I've been seeing the reward in peace, in joy, in promotion, in supernatural provision, in healing. Now, the message is that God is a rewarder. God will reward you. There's no time you spend for God that is in vain. And there's no salary that you are earning that God cannot give you more than that. I've experienced that. And David also experienced that in the Bible. In 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 21, David said, "The Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness." The Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands, as He compensated me. God will compensate you. God will reward you. Just serve God. And one way of serving God is by supporting the work of God. One way of serving God is by spending your time in the things of God. One way of serving, and that is your first assignment as a Christian, is by moving the work of God forward in any way. By doing the work of an evangelist in any form, and God will reward you. God will reward your righteousness. He will reward your diligence. He will pay for your time. The time you have spent in serving God, in doing His will, in supporting the work of God, God will pay for that time. I've seen that happen to me. I've seen that happen to me in all fears, in all times. God is a rewarder. God will reward you. For your faithfulness, God will reward you. Now, in your office, you cannot be making money the way the people of the world are making money. So sometimes you have to, in upholding your integrity, you need to sacrifice a lot of things. But don't bother. They may be making millions by forging documents, but don't bother. For your righteousness, and that is what David said, that God has rewarded him according to the cleanness of your hands. Your prosperity is not going to come the way of the world. Your prosperity is not going to come by manipulation. Your prosperity is not going to come by offering and taking bribes. Your prosperity is not going to is not going to come by telling lies, by cheating, by ill-gotten fortunes. God Himself, the source of all wealth, will prosper you. Just hold on. Be a person of integrity. Let them mock you. Let them make jest of you. Let them call you a fool. Be a fool for Christ. He will reward you. When people are saying that, I say, casting down. No matter the country you are, your economy is not going to be, your income is not going to be decided by by the economy, by the state of the economy of that country. You are a citizen of heaven. I have seen that happen and happening to me. Initially, I thought, how is this reward going to come? But I've seen that God is a rewarder. That same God will reward you. Just hold on to him. Be a man of integrity. Refuse to be compromised. God will reward you with peace. He will reward you with marital success. He will reward you with godly children. He will reward you with sound health. He will reward you with safety. When people are dying anyhow, God will secure you. He will reward you by guiding and protect you and securing you. When thousands are falling by your side, He will deliver you. That is your reward. And financially, you are not going to be a beggar. It will take you from the level of struggling, from the level of management, from the level of just enough to the level of abundance and surplus. The news today, the news from heaven today, is that as you serve God and as you remain a person of holiness and righteousness, as you uphold your integrity, God will reward you. Look at the fathers of faith in the Bible. God rewarded all of them. Joseph was rewarded. Initially, it looked as if he was a fool. It looked as if he was a fool when he had opportunity. And those are the kind of opportunities that people of the world will say, you did not make use of your opportunity. Joseph had an opportunity to be to be cheating. He had the opportunity to be sleeping with the queen, to be the sugar boy of the queen. But he didn't use that evil opportunity. But God eventually rewarded him. Your reward will come from heaven. As you hold on to your integrity and to your righteousness, the God that rewarded David, that same God will reward you. You shall laugh last, and God will give you a testimony. Your laughter shall be full. And the reward of God does not bring sorrow. It doesn't bring misfortune. It doesn't bring sudden death. Hold on to God. He will surely reward you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.